Good morning. How are you today? I am exultant. It's been a long, hard fight, hasn't it? And today is still another one. But it appears that we're going to get both seats, and that John is going to exceed the fraction below which there's an automatic recount. So there may not be a recount. There will, of course, be challenges and so forth. The Orange Menace is, of course, out there saying that, oh, these votes, they were, manufactured and so forth in the dead of night. I suppose you're familiar with the notion of the blue shift. What we found in recent years, before the pandemic, was that there was a red mirage. That is, early in the voting on election night, that is when they start counting the votes, the red Republican votes would come in, and it would look like they were going to win, and there would be a sinking feeling. But the mail-in ballots and provisional ballots and things like that came in later, and that was the blue shift. So that blue shift is what carries the day, and it's natural and it's legal, and it's happening in Georgia. And you probably saw, if you were as obsessive as I was last night, how the leaders, the two Republicans, dropped like stones as soon as the other votes started to be counted. And today we've had a press conference from the Secretary of State spokesperson telling everybody exactly the number of votes, and he's the one who's predicting that there won't be a recount in the Ossoff election. So we have two wonderful people going to the U.S. Senate, and that will give us the ability to clear a cabinet, judges, to move legislation. And the legislation is going to be hard fought, and it may not pass as the House would want it. But it will pass, and it will pass with amendments, and we'll actually be able to once again get legislation out of the Senate and the House at a time when we really need it. And that's all very exciting. For me, and probably all of you, my whole life I've spoken on TV or radio and court and political campaigns. But sometime during the presidential election in 2016, I started getting called upon more frequently, and I've appeared on the networks and Fox and all of these people, and it's given me an opportunity to follow the election and sometimes to try to translate it into a form that is understandable to others. But I think because of that, each of us who've done whatever we could do to talk about what was wrong with America and what we needed to do made possible last night and today in Georgia, made possible what happened on Election Day in November, made possible reforms around the country. And so when the Constitution says we the people, that is the thing that protects us the most from monarchical arcs by seditious individuals like the Republicans who are going to go to the floor of the House and the Senate today and claim there are objections to the electors and try to overturn the election when they have not a single fact to support it, and when their only objective is to win power. And in this nation, that's not acceptable. And these people have to be driven from the temple of justice and liberty as soon as possible, whether it be by sanctions, whether it be by elections. America cannot have these kinds of people in a democracy. We are not a dictatorship, and we have to make sure that it doesn't continue. So I'm going to follow today what happens on the Hill, and I may be on Ari tomorrow. He doesn't have a show today because of the coverage that's going to go wall to wall all day and this evening. So for those of you out there who contributed $5 or $10 or told a friend to pay attention to Georgia, or who worked down there, followed Stacey Abrams and the legions of people that made yesterday possible, thank you. I feel especially proud to be an American today. and to have seen so many people work so hard to make a positive difference. And the thing that's exciting about it is that we have a capacity for greatness. We have it now in conflict, and in the days ahead, after we get past these seditious, traitorous sons of bitches on the floor, we'll have a capacity for greatness to do other things with the pandemic, with equal justice. And that's what America is all about. And that's the only reason to be involved in politics, either elective or supporting it. So I wish you all well. And I want to thank you all for all that you've done. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.